Welcome to Phil's first school year. Get ready for an unexpected school adventure. Phil the pencil could hardly sleep. The first day of school was only a few days away, and he was counting down every single one. "I can't wait," Phil shouted. He was excited with his brand new backpack, shiny shoes, fresh coat of paint, sparkling pink eraser, and perfectly sharp graphite tip. Everything was ready. Finally, the big day arrived. Phil climbed onto the school bus with a huge smile. "This is going to be the best year ever," he said. The bus was packed with school supplies heading to J. Miller Elementary. As Phil walked through the hallway, he noticed Sally the scissors and Aaron the eraser talking. Sally whispered she wanted her mom, but Aaron reassured her, saying everyone gets scared on the first day. Phil smiled. Nothing could ruin his excitement. Soon, he found Mrs. Bell's classroom. He chose a seat near the front so he could see everything. This was going to be amazing. Or so he thought. 3 days later, Phil dragged himself through the front door. His backpack hung crooked, his tip looked dull, and his smile was gone. Mama Pencil looked concerned. "How was school today?" she asked. Phil sighed. "Tiring." "Why?" "The kids squeeze me too hard. They hold me too tight. They swing me left and right all day long." Mama Pencil chuckled. "That's what pencils do, sweetheart." Phil groaned. "I thought school would be easier." Mama Pencil smiled. "Tomorrow is another day." The next morning, Phil arrived at school feeling much better. Until recess, a bored student picked him up and chewed on the top of his head. "Ah!" cried Phil. By the end of the day, his beautiful eraser looked like a bite-sized snack. He hurried home. Mama Pencil tried not to laugh and said, "You should see the other pencils." That didn't make Phil feel better. The next day started even worse. A student accidentally tossed him into a bucket. When Phil opened his eyes, he found himself surrounded by crayons, who all blinked at him. Said Red. "You're not a crayon. This is the crayon bucket," said Blue. Green added, "You smell like graphite." The crayons politely escorted Phil out of the bucket. By the time he returned to his desk, colorful crayon marks covered his yellow paint. Phil muttered, "This day is never going to end." That night at dinner, Papa Pencil asked, "How's school?" Phil slumped. "Not good." He explained he got chewed, thrown into a crayon bucket, stained, and squeezed all day. Papa Pencil nodded thoughtfully and then smiled, repeating, "Tomorrow is another day." Friday finally arrived. While the students were excited for the weekend, Phil looked exhausted. Even Mrs. Bell noticed and asked, "Are you okay, Phil?" He quietly replied, "I guess." Weeks passed, then months. School became harder. Some students dropped him on the floor, and others snapped his tip. Every few days, he was shoved into the sharpener. Each sharpening made him shorter and shorter and shorter. One terrible day, a student accidentally threw him into the trash can. Phil sat among crumpled papers and old snack wrappers. He cried all the way home that night. "I don't want to go back," he sobbed. Mama Pencil wrapped her arms around him and asked, "Do you know what happens when a child learns to write their name for the very first time?" They smile. She continued, "And do you know who helps make that happen?" Phil was silent. "You do." Papa Pencil nodded. "You have one of the greatest jobs in the world. You help children learn. Every letter they write, every word they spell, every story they create, you are part of it." Mama Pencil pointed toward a photo on the wall, showing a classroom decorated with giant, colorful pencils. "Have you ever noticed that pencils are everywhere when school starts?" she asked. Phil nodded. "Do you know why?" she asked. "Why?" Phil replied. "Because everyone knows how important pencils are." For the first time in a long while, Phil smiled. Maybe being squeezed wasn't so bad. Maybe being sharpened had a purpose. Maybe all those hard days meant something. The next Monday, Phil returned to school with a brand new attitude. He soon became friends with Aaron the eraser, Sally the scissors, Ricky the ruler, and Nora the notebook. Together they laughed through the good days and survived the hard ones. And whenever something went wrong, Phil remembered what his parents told him. "You are helping children learn." That made every scratch, chew mark, and sharpening worth it. But Phil had no idea that an even bigger adventure was waiting for him. Because one morning, Mrs. Bell opened a mysterious box containing brand new supplies. And not everyone was happy about it. To be continued. This video is part of a collection of educational videos, activities, and resources for teachers, homeschool families, interventionists, and struggling learners. Get your copy at Teachers Pay Teachers or Gumroad, or watch the Read-Aloud on YouTube.